Hey up everyone, so a lot of people are asking, is she eating yet? Just realised your dress isn't on properly, but the joys of a dyspraxic mother, hey? Yes. Anyway, weaning. Ideally, you don't wean until the baby is at least 6 months old. They don't need solids before that. So weaning is basically when you're introducing solids to a baby. It is alongside still whether you're breastfeeding like I am or formula milk. It's just complementary feeding. And I know your papa, the Rate Ride Takeaway guy, yes, Danny, is looking forward to it because he's looking forward to introducing solids. But we're having some rules on that, not solids like kebabs. There'll be like carrot sticks and things they can pick up and eat. But then you do have to be careful of stuff like grapes, making sure that you're really chopping up things that could potentially choke them, which is why it's really good to do pediatric first aid courses. You can do bits online, even just learn bits for free off YouTube. I know I needed that with she used to be my youngest daughter, but now my middle child. She needed first aid growing up, not from weaning though, but from suddenly getting pneumonia and sepsis and collapsing when she was 3 months old. So she was just a bit younger than you. And it can be very scary. But when it comes to weaning, it's introducing solids, but not to panic about it, because somebody always said to me, food is fun until they're one. So that's quite a nice way to think about it. So food is fun until they're one. So you don't really have to think about, as long as they're having their usual milk, you don't have to think too much about making sure they have 3 meals a day and all this. It's just starting to introduce solid food so that they get used to it, their digestion system gets used to it. And also I think it'll be a really nice way for the papa to interact, because obviously I'm breastfeeding, which means I often have to take her and go, I'm feeding now. But there's lots of ways to do it, lots of healthy, cheaper ways to do it. You don't need to be buying the expensive like baby rice or the little pots of horrid slush, which always looks gross and gets everywhere. If you want to do that, you do that. But there's all sorts of ways you can blend up food at home, mash up food, or do it in little sticks so that you can suck on it. And as long as they're sat up, and that you're also watching them whilst they do eat, you're not just kind of leaving them with solid food that they could just try and swallow. Yes, you listen to that. Weaning can be fun. Hello everyone. Weaning can be good fun. So I am really looking forward to it. And like with his other babies, you start off thinking with all kids that you'll just have them on natural, organic, chopped up food, which you will do. Vegan, yes. For the first 6 months, yes. And little porridge. Yeah, and pudding rice. And also stuff like porridge and pudding rice, you can always add breast milk too. You can do a lot of breast milk recipes. Actually, we should maybe give your papa some. Yeah. But so basically, you can make your own stuff, and the idea is it's as natural, unprocessed as possible. But then reality hits as children get older, as we know. So you start off well, don't we? We start off well with the first few years, and then when they get a voice and a choice, they don't always make those organic choices, and time is also an issue. So it's about doing food prep, which I already do for myself. Every day I'm the snacker, so I take lots of snacks around to keep healthy, because otherwise you just want to grab what's around. And I also need to keep my metabolism going and fired up, so I like to eat regularly. Little and often is how I do it, but everyone's different. I always think you have to do it to your own schedule. Anyway, have the most amazing day. Let me know what your experiences are of weaning. And also when it comes to breastfeeding, if you are breastfeeding, you can, biologically, they say that the reason babies have got milk teeth, which they have till they're about 6 or 7, is so that they can suckle and they can breastfeed. So that is actually the World Health Organization's recommendation is to breastfeed until at least 2 years old. So weaning will often be a complementary form of food. Anyway, send you peace, love, and shimmy.